Good evening. This is Dr. Bill White, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about uprighting teeth, and I'm trying to show several different cases and different things that happened. And in this particular case, she was missing her second molars, and we finished her quite a while before we uprighted the uh, wisdom teeth that came in to the space. And so I'll show you this as we go through. We won't have to take too long doing this. So anyway, let's get started on it. This young lady had there's a couple of pictures of her here. She was 12 years old, I think, a little over 12, when we started the case. And yes, she's 12 and 10 months. She's almost 13 years old here. And you can see this tooth right here. If it were a 12-year molar, it would have been further down. That really isn't eating into that tooth like that. And we didn't have any problem getting it into place here. But she's 12 years age, 12 and 10 right here. And this is 1983. So just kind of remember that, and you can get some idea about the time that it took to do this. Now we had to do regular orthodontics, and we expanded the case and brought the cuspids in and all that good stuff, and she had permanent teeth erupting and the distal root resorbing, and so I see we had that tooth. We recommended removing that, and the same thing over here, and we're totally missing anything on this side, but she develops a wisdom tooth back here after we get going. Now this wisdom tooth on the right side, I believe it is quite a ways back. It comes on in, and we're going to have a little problem because they'll tend to be laying down, and we come in and upright them a year or two after we finish the case, if I remember exactly on the time, but you can check it out as we go along here. So I've got several Panorexes here. This is the first one, and we'll show you. This is in 1983, and that's about when we started. I think we got something here a little earlier than that, but not much. Now here she's 14 years old, and it's 1984, and we've virtually finished all the orthodontics. I mean, it's pretty well done. That's pretty quick after, she's 14 and 0 months right here. Now this wisdom tooth is kind of caught on the edge of that, but it slides on down in place. This one is quite a ways back here. This one finally showed up over on this and is headed in this direction at about that angle. And both of these are at a pretty bad angle, but one of them gets better. The upper wisdom teeth come on in. So let's go. This is the second Panorex, and the third Panorex. It's not too good, but this one made it over the hump. This one I can't really tell what's going on over there. She's 14 and 7 months at this point, and here it is, the fourth Panorex. She's nearly 16 years old now, and this is in 1986, 7 of 86, and we're finished with the orthodontics. You see, we've got her in a retainer and all the braces off and everything, and we're waiting on these wisdom teeth to come in, and the second molars are gone, both up above, but both upper wisdom teeth made it in. You see, they came on in without any help. Now we're going to have to help the lower wisdom teeth, though. But I'm going to show you one of them comes in pretty good. So our next Panorex number 5, she's 17 years old. So this is a few years after we finished her orthodontics. Now the one over here, I believe it's the left side, was quite hung up in here underneath, and so we planned on fixing this spring. Now we just bonded a little wire. I think we actually bonded it on 4 teeth, but we only use it on 3. And where you bond it here, you want to run the hook and put it right behind where you bond one of them, because as this uprights, it's going to back out of that hole, you see. And this tooth, I think maybe we put a separator in here, but I think we got it in without anything, any kind of braces, if you want to call this braces, right here. So let's look at the 6 Panorex. Well, no, this is just a blow up of where this tooth is. You can see it's really down in underneath there, and it's not going to come up. It'll get up here and get stuck, and then a lot of times as they grow, they'll actually lay down flatter in here. So we're going to start, and it's still got roots forming on the wisdom tooth, and I don't have her age on this particular picture. I think it may be on this. She's 17 and 9 months old now, so she's almost 18 years old, and we have finished her orthodontics. We've got her in a retainer up above, and everything's holding down here, and so we come in and bond this deal on here, put a little spring in this, and we go down and build that like we do our normal spring. I'm sorry if they got this thing is messed up there. Alright, so we have to, you can't try it in with a lot of activation on it, so we tied it up and tried it in and made a distance where we're going to put our hook, and then put it back in there and cut it loose. You don't have to do that. You can go in with an optical plier and put the bar here and the little cup-shaped stuff up here, and you press it down, and it'll bend this wire down almost 90 degrees if you want to. So you can put whatever pressure you really want it to have on this with an optical plier, and I've never found one we couldn't upright and bring it in. Now you'll see we had to take electrosurge and uncover this tooth so that we could get in there. Alright, here this is, and we've got it hooked on to that place, and this is 8 of 88, and there the tooth is almost up correctly. Here this one came in, it's got a little space on it, but it'll drift together in there. This is January of 88, looks like. She's this is her number 8 X-ray, and then she's 18 and 2 months on her way to 19 years of age, and we're virtually we haven't done anything much to finishing the holding the bottom like it is, but we've got this one lined up great here, and this one has a little space, and it will drift together as we go, or at least I'm pretty sure it did. I don't think I have any x-rays after this. But here is this one, and it's 2 of 90. And we started this out, I think we had some stuff in 82, but 83 was where we did it. We probably got the orthodontics done from 83 to 80, somewhere in 84. We had it pretty well finished. and then we wait on these wisdom teeth to come in. She had no second molars. These are wisdom teeth, and the second molars are missing out of there. Now, a lot of people would just forget about this, and maybe extract these teeth. But gosh, it's so much better. We just waited, and the teeth came up close, and we put these little springs in there and brought it in like that. I did something there and I went backward. All right, here it's number age 17. Let's see, we're already past that. And she's age 18, and then 92. Here it is, 92. And she is age 19 and 2 months now. And this has still got a little space right there. And this one is together good. But we have finished this case out. In other words, we waited around several years before we got got the wisdom teeth up there, you see. And we straightened them up. It didn't take but, I think, a couple of months for them to upright the wisdom teeth. Now I'm going to show it to you as we went in. Now, this tooth got hung up down in here. We took electrosurge. If you look at that careful, I'll erase that line. We uncovered that tooth on the side, and I put a slot in there, and this is a mirror in there, and you're looking actually at this side right here, but you can see it in this mirror. And we bonded this wire here, put a bond here, and then a bond way on out on the other side. And when we hook this spring up, in other words, we had it tied up and activated as much as we could. In other words, this wire would go way on down. We had to tie that up so we could slide it in, and now pick this up and measure where you're going to put the hook on the teeth. Let's see if we show this again. Now that's the wire we're going to put this hook. I think we ended up putting the hook right behind this tooth right here. We don't normally bond it on 4 teeth. 3 teeth are sufficient, but it's good to put it on the 4th tooth. Now this looks like it goes in, but that's the hook we're planning to do here. But we take this out probably and change this hook where it goes right in that spot right there. Now let's see. Well, there it is. You see the hook is right over this wire. And so we raise this wire would go down, way down in the cheek, and we raised it up and hooked it over this. Now as that tooth straightens up, it didn't go back very far, but this slid back a little way in here as this tooth straightens out. And that's that wisdom tooth. It was down in that kind of a hole there, it looked like, you see. All right, there's the wire. Now you bend these things like you want this to be down. If you do, then you have to bend it like this, and then you bend this off. Now you can bring this over close and tie it together. Then your wire out here, it really will go down here, and you try it in and then measure where you're going to bend it over here and put this hook in it, and you raise it up and hook it, and then you clip this wire, and that'll spring into place. If you want to add to the pressure on it, then you put an optical plier, and the round part is in here, and the cup part is up on this part, and you press on that, and boy, it'll bend that wire out like that, and you can put whatever you want. If you press it hard enough, it'll bend the wire in a 45-degree angle, so you wouldn't want to do that. Now you need to do this in a rectangular wire, and your slot going back on this molar should be a rectangular slot. You see, it's best, and then this won't roll. If you put that much pressure on a round wire, it will roll over, and then it screws the whole thing up. So do it in a rectangular wire going into a rectangular slot back here, and then the wire will stay straight up and down, and the spring will be going in the right direction right there. Let's see. Now, here is the finish. We've got the upper teeth in a retainer, wraparound retainer, nothing under there, and letting these teeth erupt together back in here, and we bonded this. Well, actually, we bonded this wire on 4 teeth, but we put a hook right behind the bond on the, let's see, on the first bicuspid, right behind the first bicuspid, right there. And then this will straighten up. I've got some pictures here of it when we were getting it straight. And there it is down in the, tilted real far down, and we took electrosurge and uncovered it. You got to get on the side of the tooth. Now here it is. You see where we took this and went in with electrosurge and cut that and bonded this on, and we tied this up and pushed it in there, and we hooked this, put our hook on it. We measured the hook, put it on there, and it can slide back to here, see. And then we cut this wire that's tying that, and this wire would want to go down here, of course. And it was already, we put up here, and it won't go even further. And so that pressure will just take that tooth right back out of that space and move it. It moves back away from the tooth, since the roots are down here in the bone structure, and you start tilting it back, the crown moves back. Okay, we've said that and shown that. There's a lot of them. Now you see the hook is here, and this tooth is pretty well straightened up at this point. This hook started out somewhere out here, and this tooth has moved that far. Sometimes, or a lot of times, they'll move back and you'll have a big old space in here. Then you keep this pressure while you tie it back to one of these, and you can bring it up, and it'll be parallel. The roots will be down in here, you know, kind of parallel with these other teeth. Okay. Now this, I sincerely feel this should be taught to every dentist. This is something every dentist ought to know. And you can do this same thing on a tooth that's tilted like this. You got another one over here that you want to put a crown in or a bridge in it. And if this was way up here, and I've seen people make preparation on these, and this terrible, the roots coming out here, the roots going out here in your preparation. You can upright that thing, and it makes your bridge, you know, better length and everything, and have those teeth straight up and down. And if you check on this time on this tooth uprighted in about 2 or 3 months, or maybe less time than that, I don't know, but you can set one up in a very short time. And this is a simple thing to do, and it's certainly better than extracting it and putting a blooming implant in there or whatever it is, and it's better than trying to crown it when it's tilted over like that. So I hope you will see what it is. I'm going to put a few more of these uprighting videos on, and you can see it from different things that we did to it. So I'm going to think we're about to end up here, because there it is down there, and there it is virtually straight now. And it's back, this slid from here over to there, see it, and this tooth had moved back here. And you can do this, and it's a simple thing. Once you do one or two of them, this will not be a real problem. You could come in 10 years after you finish a case and straighten up a wisdom tooth if you've got room for it back there. And there's another view of it, and that's it. And so I'm going to say good night. It's about 10:30 here, and I just wanted to put this on. So it's rather late at night, but I hope you got something from this, and I'm going to close out here. So good night, and I hope to see you again, and subscribe to our channel. I really would like to have you. So